Hello, all, and welcome to your Cancer July 2020 Intuitive Tarot reading here from the Good Witch. I am so happy to see all of you. I'm excited to see you back and excited to see you start to come more and more and more by the tons and gallons. So, the month of July, I want you to say something. I want you to say those things that are on your mind. I want you to be free and clear about everything that you want. Those people that you gave up on, or not that you gave up on, but that gave up on you, this will be the month that you show them where they went wrong. Okay? So, I'm going to start with you. We're going to do your love, your finances, and a message from the divine, okay? It's going to be great. Now, if you're not familiar with my channel, I download a lot, and I get a lot of messages for you in the middle of my messages. Sometimes it can be specific to one person that will watch, and sometimes it's general and it's broad. I say that to say don't be alarmed by the stillness, the quietness. Some of you are afraid of the quiet, and now's the time for you to embrace other people's quiet, but you speak. Just because they're not saying anything back doesn't mean they're upset with you. It doesn't mean they're running away or they're scared. They're absorbing. In some cases, they're ignoring you, but most of the time they're absorbing. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment in love. Let's look at your love first, okay? Okay. You have the Queen of Swords in reverse. You have the Judgment card in reverse. And you have the Emperor. So you are the generous ruler in your love life right now. You're not cutting people off. You're not judging them for what they did. And a lot of you right now aren't seeing your ultimate self-worth. You letting a lot of shit slide this month. You're letting a lot of people make it on a lot of things that you wouldn't normally let them make it on. Because you're uncertain. And you have been uncertain. Like you were trying to pretend like you knew everything and you knew exactly what you wanted and who you wanted, but you've been uncertain. Like a lot of you were in between an ex and a future, trying to make a decision on which one you want, and you chose, for the bigger part, you chose the future, but that future wasn't choosing you. Sorry. That future wasn't choosing you, and you weren't sure where to go with that, but your conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. This was a very emotional weekend. Today is July 5th. It's been a very busy month astrologically and emotionally. It will continue to be a very busy month. There are some pieces that aren't going to quite fit that you're just going to have to realize you have to let those pieces go because they're not a part of your puzzle. You've been trying to make this waterfall fit in the middle of the desert, and it's not going to work. It'd be nice, it'd be pretty, but at this moment in time, it does not fit. Who's not to say it'll never fit, just not right now. So there's potentially a Gemini in your midst who you tried to cut off and it didn't work. There's a Leo in your midst who likes to come back around, who's very sneaky, very, very snake-like with you. but you've had victory in this situation before. It's almost like a weird game that you play with these people, or that they play with you, and you're used to winning. But if you indulge in this game this month, you won't win. Say what you need to say. Get it out. Put it out there in the open, okay? Be open and honest about what you want, what you don't want, what you will and will not tolerate. It does not mean you have to cut them off. It means you have to make them aware. Put them on notice. It was wash day. My hair's, it was a wash day. Anyway, put them on notice. And that's not me, by the way. I feel like a lot of you are being very self-conscious right now. You're not seeing your worth. You're apologizing for who you are, what you've been doing, what you want to do. Trying to make people love you. Not forcing yourself on them, but basically being a doormat. And you're an emotional creature, and you like to show emotion, and you're very much passionate. But after you hoop and holler and yell and run amok, if that's what you're doing, you're still allowing them to carry on with that same behavior. And you're going to have to stop that, Cancer. But I don't see you stopping it this month. But you'll get the answers that you're seeking. Probably about the third week of the month, you'll get the answers that you're seeking, and you'll have a tower moment in your love life. To where the decisions that you won't make, someone is going to make for you. And it'll be difficult to leave, but it'll be too painful to stay. Or they're going to get their shit together. Let's see. For those of you dating a water sign or an air sign, and that could be their sun or their moon, they are, they're going to get their shit together. They're going to get very emotional as well, but it'll be more so behind closed doors. They don't want to show you how they're really feeling, but it's going to show. Okay? You're going to feel the difference, whether they say it or not. Okay, let's look at your finances. Someone tried to cut your head off in your finances. Someone tried to make you lose things because this is this month. In July, someone's going to try to make you lose things in your finances because they don't feel like you are doing what they want. There's like a dark shadow over your finances right now. Well, for the month of July, because someone that you were giving to, you stopped giving to, or you have the inability to give to in the way that you were, and they're pissed off about it because they're thinking that it's you wanting a beginning with someone else. So your love life is going to pour over into your financial life if you're not careful. I see you seeing this, especially after watching this video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I see you seeing this and catching it and stopping it around that third week of the month. Where you just you're like, okay, I give up. I surrender to the divine. I surrender to God. I surrender to whoever it is that you're surrendering to, a power greater than yourself. And you're like, okay, I'm listening. I know you've been trying to tell me. I know I've been repeating the same cycle. I know this person does this to me. I'm listening to you now. And that's probably around the time you have that tower moment and you come out on top of that. So that's awesome. You come out on top of that, Cancer. And your message from the divine is you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Okay? There are some loved ones that you have been, there's some things in your life that you didn't want to have a new beginning to, that you just wanted to fix, and those things are going to begin to be fixed this month. If they've already started to be fixed, they're going to progress. They're going to continue on the journey of being fixed this month. You're going to have to pay attention to the small details that involve you. Not the small details that don't involve you, but the small details that involve you. Okay? Okay. That involve you directly. There's a lot of things happening that you don't see. You have eclipses and new moons surrounding your full moon. So all throughout this month, there's one big picture, but there's like 10, there's one big picture that you see, and there's 7 big pictures behind that big picture that are working to make the thing that you want happen. And the way that those things progress is, somebody said I had a praying grandmother. Yeah, she doing what she does too. The way that they're going to progress is by you paying attention to the details around you, by you giving up and surrendering to the divine and trusting, by not being so quick to cut people off and jump to conclusions, but also by speaking, by making your needs, your wants, your boundaries known. You're going to have to set your boundaries, and you're going to have to stick to them, and you're going to have to stop being so self-critical. I feel a sense of you being very self-critical this month, Cancer. There's someone that you were lusting after, and you're wondering, you were lusting after and you thought it was like maybe love, but it wasn't. It was seriously lust, but you wished upon a star for this person and they haven't appeared yet. Because there is someone that actually does see you as their focus and their peace, and they're in love with you. But while you're having this person that loves you, you're creating this you're trying to dominate them so that they don't see that you're lusting someone else, and that's going to backfire. I would err on the side of caution and tell you to choose love, because you'll have to pick one. And the lust one may come to pass. They'll come around, but they will leave. They're not here for the long haul. It's that love person, that person that loves you, that you loved. It's the person that's going to stick with you and stay with you. Enjoy the silence. There may be a week or 2 where you don't hear from either of them. Or at least 3 or 4 days where you don't hear from either of them. Enjoy the peace. Enjoy the silence. Go within. That's your time for self-care. Okay? Self-care. 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 Self-care, Cancer. Say it with me. Self-care. That is what you're going to have to do during your quiet times. And again, set your boundaries. When you set your boundaries and you make your needs known and you stand in it, it might shake up a little bit. It might shake up a few things. But that is what you must do. Okay? Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and to comment. This was a very straightforward, informative reading. Very informative. Some of you might need to listen to it twice to kind of get a gist of what you actually need to do, who you need to be looking out for, and what's going on in your world for the month of July. Okay? Just know that you are loved and you're an amazing, 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 amazing being. And I wish you love, light, and happiness from the Good Witch. Peace.